We really doing this, y'all? We really doing this Yeezy thing again? I can't believe that, like, oh my God, I cannot believe that we're doing this again. Like, why do we have to keep talking about this? Let's just get into it. What's good, family? You are looking live at another episode of Special Delivery, and as you can see, we got some Yeezys on deck today. This isn't going to be your traditional unboxing. Yes, we're going to take a quick look at these shoes, but that's not really what I want to talk about here. I more so want to talk about the state of the culture, in a sense, when it comes to sneaker culture and Yeezy. I feel like the whole Adidas, I guess it was like a fake kind of Yeezy Day drop or Yeezy Week thing. I don't even know what to call it at this point. Y'all know these shoes dropped, a bunch of other shoes dropped, and the internet was going crazy about it. And I really think we need to find some common ground on that. So I want to talk a little bit about that today. But before we get into it, y'all know the vibes, man. We got to actually pull these joints out. So without further ado, let's get right into it. These are the Carbon Beluga 350 V2s that came out as part of the overall Yeezy drop from Adidas a few weeks back. So as y'all know, Adidas decided to go ahead and release the unreleased pairs of Yeezys that the company was supposed to drop in 2022 before they cut, or I guess I should say, split up with Kanye West. And this is one of those pairs. This is not my pair of sneakers, to be clear, but this is one of the pairs that came from this drop. And a lot of people were really excited about these joints for very obvious reasons. I mean, it is a Yeezy sneaker, and these joints were fire for a really, really long time. A lot of people really love these sneakers. A lot of people still really love these sneakers. But my thing with them is that, I don't know, for me personally, I've never really worn Yeezy anyway. And then there's just the whole morality thing of it. So let's just talk a little bit about that. Obviously the situation was, I think it was fraught from the beginning, I would say. It was a very tenuous situation where, like, Adidas was facing a $700 million operating loss if they didn't release these pairs of Yeezys. And they had some choices. They could have destroyed the sneakers. They could have given the sneakers away. They could have donated them. And they chose to sell them because they needed to make that profit to keep the lights on, basically. And it feels like we were in a situation where if they didn't do that, then maybe we would have seen a bunch of layoffs coming down from people who probably never interacted with Kanye West anyway. They would be paying for the disgusting things that he did. But then on the other hand, you've got Kanye West over here getting 15% of the royalty from the profits of these sneakers that Adidas is selling. And it's like, even though the company is reportedly donating a portion of that, a significant portion of that profit to charities of the communities that Kanye has impacted, still doesn't quite feel right. Because at the end of the day, Kanye did some pretty disgusting things, man. The things that he said about the Jewish community, the things that he said about the Black community, those are things that's not okay. Like, that is just not okay to do. And it's not just a one-off thing. It's like he kept doing it, and he kept doing it. He never apologized for it. And even if he did, you just wouldn't quite feel like he meant it, right? And so you have this moral dilemma of, do I want to buy this sneaker and support this man who very clearly does not support me, who doesn't support a lot of other people out here? And it's like, to put consumers in that sort of situation is a very, very, I just think it's unfair. I just think it's unfair for people, because at the same time, I don't really want to blame people, especially those who already had Yeezy, because nobody signed up for this, right? Like, nobody decided that, you know, if Kanye, all the stuff that he's done since October of 2022 aside, people didn't know that this was the vibe that this guy was giving up the whole time, right? And so if you already purchased a pair of shoes and you just have them in your collection, you can't necessarily blame somebody for that. But then going back and purchasing more and having Adidas actually sell more, it just puts me in a really weird moral space. So I just want to know what you guys think about this. What do y'all think about Adidas selling these Yeezy sneakers? Do you feel like this was an okay move? Do you feel like this is something that they probably shouldn't have done? And what the best way to do it was? Because for me, I thought that maybe destroying the sneakers was probably the move, but then realizing that, like, yeah, a lot of people's jobs probably would have been cut because of that. Maybe this was the best way to do it. I have no idea. I'm just super uncomfortable with this whole thing, but let us know what y'all think, man. I don't know. Anyway, that's a wrap for this episode of Special Delivery. I'm your boy Sykes, and this is the Carbon Beluga Yeezy 350 V2. Y'all see, I don't really know. It's not my vibe. But anyway, that's a wrap. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.